Welcome, everyone. 10 weeks ago, 25 coaches began the same journey. One-star programs, limited expectations, a dream of building something greater. Now, the easy part is over. Every win matters, every loss hurts. Conference championships are within reach. Playoff dreams are becoming reality, or slipping away in this case. Road to Greatness has entered its most important stretch. Welcome to the Legacy Forge. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of the Legacy Forge, the official podcast of the Legacy Gridiron League. I'm Rayzor, aka Burly Dad, and we're entering one of the biggest weeks of the season. Conference races are heating up. The college football playoff picture is starting to take shape, minus a few real contenders when it comes down to our LGL users, unfortunately. And every remaining game could be determined who plays for championships and who spends the offseason wondering what could have been. Tonight we'll break down the latest LGL power rankings, conference title races, LGL Coach of the Year candidates, LGL recruiting updates, and preview the biggest games in the very near future. Before we head around the league, I would like to introduce a special someone right now. This person has contributed a lot to helping get the LGL where it is, and he's going to be sharing some very good insight tonight. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce IA, aka Calvin Johnson Jr., offensive coordinator for the Kennesaw State Owls.
Are you waiting for me to talk?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to talk.
It's like that was a slow build-up. Thanks for having me. I know I don't have nearly the smooth talk you do, so this will be fun. But I'm excited to do this, get the league up and going, and we're going pretty good right now.
Well, thank you for the compliment. I really don't think I have that smooth of a talk. When I hear myself on stream, because I'll watch just to check to see how things are, and I hear myself and I'm like, wow, that's what I really sound like. I sound so much cooler inside my head.
That's what I think every time. And then, Elvis isn't listening, but he's many a times not believe that I am well past 40.
Yeah.
So it happens.
And I know how that feels. So let's start it out. Around the league, what's been going on? Well, one game of the week this week was New Mexico State versus my very own Missouri State Bears. And as you can see on the screen, Missouri State did not fare so well. I'd have to say it was probably one of our worst games of the season. Not sure what happened. I'm assuming New Mexico has a good defense, maybe. But Missouri State could not get it done at home and drops to New Mexico State, and which has now created a huge logjam in the Conference USA. It is anyone's game as far as I'm concerned. So while we're talking about standings, why don't we jump into that right now? So as you can see in the Conference USA, currently we have Missouri State at 4-2, Kennesaw State. Well, why is it? Sometimes it sorts by conference, other times it doesn't. Stupid.
It likes to let me know how much I disappointed it blowing a 20-point lead last week.
Ugh. So Missouri State 4-2, Liberty 4-2. Missouri State has the tiebreaker on Liberty. Jacksonville State 4-2. Missouri State has the tiebreaker on them as well. Then we got, see, like I love it when you sort by conference and then it puts 3 and 4 above 3 and 3. Figure it out, EA. Then we got Kennesaw State 3 and 3, Delaware 3 and 3, Sam Houston 3 and 3. Just one game back. And then we have New Mexico State at 3 and 4, Western Kentucky at 3 and 4. So they're a game and a half. Yeah, New Mexico State would be a game and a half back. Kennesaw and Sam Houston are one game back of the lead. And then Jacksonville State and Missouri State are tied right now for first. So this is anybody's game right now. We all know how this game goes in streaks. That's why I'm nervous right now, because we just lost one that and looked terrible doing it. So I don't know if that means the next two are going to go down in a blaze of glory or not.
Personally, I'm hoping you just get a 2-game losing streak.
I know, because I play you.
My next two are you and Liberty, right? So
excuse me. So yeah, so Missouri State's got Kennesaw State next week at home. But we've seen how that works out. And then Florida International on the road. And then Kennesaw, you got Missouri State, obviously, at Missouri State, and then home against Liberty.
Yep.
So you got two. That's huge. You win those 2 games, you probably get the number 1 spot, is my guess.
I've got a tiebreaker against Jacksonville, too.
Oh, that's huge. That is huge. Who's Jacksonville State have? Hopefully New Mexico State. No, they played already and they beat New Mexico State. So they got Sam Houston. So Sam Houston's still got an outside shot somehow. And Delaware, who has been the thorn in every user's side, it seems, this year. I played them when they were 1 and 5, and somehow they beat us at home too. So, yeah. So,
well, their 3 conference wins are Missouri State, New Mexico State, Kennesaw State.
Okay. Thank you, EA.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, they can't beat anybody else, though. They probably got destroyed by... Well, I guess not. Their difference is only -20. That's not too bad. Look at Western Kentucky, -104. Oh, but that's sad. Look at you guys there. -6 points, and I'm sitting here at 75 points, and I only got 1 more win than you. That's sad. All right, let's move on. Well, actually, I'm going to put you on the spot right now, IA.
Yep. What you got?
Who are you picking? Who do you think's coming out of here?
Jacksonville, I think they're finally playing up to their overall. And probably Liberty. Let's face it, they always have the EA gods on their side.
Come on. The Bears took down Liberty. Week 0.
Bears are going to lose to Kennesaw, so you're out.
Oh, I see where this is going. Okay. Well, we're going to see. I got a little sneak surprise for later on in the show, so we'll see. MAC. Western Kentucky on top, 5-1, looking pretty, 7-3 overall. They were, I think if you tuned in last week to the podcast, they were one of my crystal ball teams. And then we got Ohio, 4-2, 6-4 overall. Buffalo, 3-2. Buffalo's been playing very well of late, so we'll see if they can keep her going. Eastern Michigan, a team rising from the dead. I believe they started 0-3. Or 0-4 maybe, and they're 4-6 now. So 4-6 overall, 3-3 in conference. I suppose that'll happen when you play a lot of conference teams in the MAC, right? Bowling Green, well, UMass 2-4, and UMass has gone the complete opposite way. They started 4-0, and they're 6-4 overall and 2-4 in conference.
And we got to recognize they were gifted 2 FCS games, so
yeah, I know. I wasn't going to bring that up. I didn't want him to feel any worse about that whole thing than he already did.
Hey, you can only play who's in front of you, but still.
And then we got Bowling Green in at 1-5. So we got some usual suspects up here with Western Michigan, Ohio, Buffalo. I believe that's one of our new guys. So he's doing very good to start his LGL career. Let's just see who's Ohio got left. Ball State, Toledo.
All State's been sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you my big crystal ball here is Western Michigan loses one and misses out.
Misses out on the conference championship?
Yeah, I bet you. I see them tying with Buffalo, who's got that's the big one sitting there is Buffalo.
So Western Michigan has Eastern Michigan and Miami yet on schedule. So, and Eastern Michigan's been playing well. So they could definitely pull that off. And Buffalo's got 3 games, so they're a half game back right now. So they got Ball State, CMU, and Akron. Pretty much all winnable games.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Miami's the only team better than Western Michigan in overall, so
yeah. So we got 3 teams battling it out here. I mean, Eastern Michigan's 2 games back. I can't believe they would get in at 6-6 overall, but you never know. I've seen weirder things happen.
I think that third conference loss is going to hurt them.
Yeah, I would agree. I think whoever's got two conference losses is getting in here. So, IA with the Western Michigan downfall. It'll be interesting to see what's going on in the MAC. Mountain West. UNLV is running away with it over here. Ranked 21st in the nation. 8-2 overall, 5-1 conference. Then we got North Dakota State, first year in the FBS, 4-2 in conference, 7-2 in overall. Hawaii 4-2. And then we got Nevada at 4-2. UTEP 3-3, New Mexico 3-3, Northern Illinois 2-4, and Wyoming at the bottom at 1-6. Here's another team that fell hard.
I mean, here's
was Wyoming.
2 of the Rayzor curse teams right here. Wyoming and Nevada hit top in your power rankings at one point.
That is true, but at least Nevada's 7-3, 4-2. That's still respectable.
Really, they control their destiny because their next 2 are Hawaii and UNLV.
Ooh.
And they got the tiebreaker against North Dakota State already.
Oh, there they go.
So they win out and they're in.
Michael Irvin has got a shot to get to the CC. It just lies in their hands. UTEP, that was another one that fell off the radar. They were making a nice run and they jumped up the power rankings and then gone. Just gone. Yeah. And then Wyoming, I don't even know what to say, man. You started so awesome and then everything just came tumbling down, and that's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, Mountain West looks like to be a interesting little battle here. I think UTEP's got a slim, very, very slim chance. Who do they even play? It probably won't even matter, will it? They got Air Force and Northern Illinois. Yeah, they've lost how many? 4? Yeah, they've lost their last 4.
I think 3 losses eliminates you here too, with Nevada playing 2 of the top 3s there.
Very true. It would probably take a miracle for UTEP to get in. So who you got?
Let's see. And that one, I think it's going to be UNLV, and I'm going to say Hawaii.
UNLV and Hawaii. I'm going to go with UNLV and North Dakota State. I think, well, actually, who's North Dakota State?
They got a pretty easy ending.
Northern Illinois and San Jose State. I'm going to go with North Dakota State. I think Nevada's going to knock off Hawaii, but they're going to lose to UNLV, and I think that's going to allow North Dakota State to get in.
At the end of the day, bias here. I helped bring Nevada in. I do not want to listen to him talk, so I really hope he's not one of the top two. No offense to the Nevada guy.
Wow. How do you really feel?
Oh, he would know if he was listening. I'm sure he'd let me know and message right now.
Well, I was always scared of Nevada being too good of a team to be in this, so I'll kick myself considering I suggested giving him CMU.
Oh, I wanted to so bad, but he graduated from Western Michigan.
Too bad.
I messaged it to him, and he said he wasn't joining. And I went, that's fair. I knew that was coming.
Oh, chat says New Mexico has a tiebreaker over UNLV and Hawaii. That's awesome. I don't think it's going to be enough to get you there, though.
Yeah. Right now, the best that if you watch the chat GPT thinks he keeps putting up, the hobos have going for him is Scotty Humphrey.
New Mexico has Wyoming and Air Force yet on the schedule. Wow. They punked UNLV 35-13. Nice job.
Well, we all know that's going to be the second Mountain West game Wyoming shows up for.
But they lost to Nevada and North Dakota State. Yeah, I think I'm sorry, Mr. Troy Polamalu. I don't think you're going to make it. I don't think there's a shot. Too many things going against you. Negative 32-point difference in the rest of your season games. That'll hurt you. But I'm really surprised. We got a lot of action going on in these conferences, and the Sun Belt is hot and heavy.
East-West first, or are you going overall there?
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. We'll go East first. So in the East, we got Old Dominion 5-2, App State 4-2, Georgia State 4-2, Marshall 4-2, James Madison 3-4, Georgia Southern 2-4, Coastal Carolina 1-4. So Georgia State has the head-to-head against Old Dominion. I don't know about Marshall and ODU. Did they play? They did. And ODU won. Okay. And then they got UConn non-conference and Southern Miss. Okay. So who's Georgia State got? Oh, Marshall and Louisiana. So obviously this Marshall game's huge. Georgia State can win that. Well, they have to win they're going to have to win their last two, and Old Dominion, they have to win their last two, and then it's in their hands, right?
They really only care about the Southern Miss game. But if Georgia State wins out, they should take it over Old Dominion by that tiebreaker.
True.
Assuming EA programmed it in, but this will be the first year we get to see how bad they do it.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, Georgia State wins both, they're in, would be my guess.
Right.
So lose one, and then you got to hope Old Dominion loses Southern Miss.
But we're going to have to go. On this one, I'm going to pick Old Dominion just because we know Guernsey's track record.
Yeah, we do. That's why that's part of my little secret later, too.
Although I will say, as a preview for coming soon in my slide, I don't know how sustainable it's going to be for Guernsey this round.
You mean this edition of 27?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Well, it's lightning in a bottle right now, but
Right.
it's coming soon.
Well, but this is all a very different experience. I would like to think. I know it is for me.
Oh yeah.
Um, there's a lot of different things in this edition that we've never had to deal with before. So I think we're all kind of learning. There's going to be a learning curve on this. Year one, I've always felt year one is an anomaly. It is what it is. You might win, you might lose. I don't really think you can do much to make your team go just off, right?
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, the guy wins. He wins. So I'm with you. I'm gonna go with it's gonna come down to Old Dominion and Georgia State. I think it's gonna be the last week. And if Georgia State can pull off 2 wins, they're gonna do it. So
I mean,
more power to them.
Poor Grueller in this case. He's fighting the currency factor, and he just got the Rayzor curse.
Well,
and followed it up with a loss. So
you just had to put that out there, didn't you?
I love the Rayzor curse. I've been calling this since I started in 26 with you guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sunbelt West. We got. So technically, Arkansas State is up half a game right now at 4-1. We got Southern Miss 4-2. UN Monroe 4-2. UN Monroe coming from. Wow, they didn't have a win for a long time. I thought
he started off his non-conference was a little rough, 0-4. But Arkansas State, we can call it 5-1.
No, it's UN Monroe. That's Big Daddy, right? Big Daddy, you're getting the NIL money from all those hardcore games you played at the beginning. Don't worry about it. And if you think I'm serious, I'm sorry. Troy 3-2. So I mean, it's all these are teams on the top over here, and then you got poor little Louisiana. I don't know what's going down there in the bayou.
Well, if we follow, remember old TSFL days, this is a Samwell special, right? You got to go to your first job, get fired, and then succeed at your next stop.
Yep. That's a big shocker to me. I thought Louisiana. I really wanted Louisiana as a team. What was on the top of my list of a team I'd hope I'd get. So I'm not sure what's happening down there. I mean, it looks. Yeah. I mean, your defense is. Well, UN Monroe's giving up more. I don't know. We all know. Probably they could have had a tough schedule too. So, yeah, we come down to the last 2 games here. You got Southern Miss, UN Monroe, Arkansas State, and Troy.
I know Troy's gone right now, but I'm going to say the title for this bracket comes in that Troy-Arkansas State last game.
They're playing last week. Yeah, Southern Miss has to play Old Dominion cross division. That sucks for them. Arkansas State has La Tech and home against Troy. So that game.
Although, if Troy beats Arkansas State, I think Southern Miss might get that tiebreaker.
And UN Monroe's got App State and Marshall. Yeah. I'm going to agree with you. I think this is going to come down to Troy, Southern Miss, and Arkansas State. And if I had to pick one, I'm going to pick Arkansas State. Their defense seems to be a little bit better. So Arkansas State's my pick. So I'm calling it now. Georgia State, Arkansas State, Sun Belt Conference Championship.
Just to be contrarian, I'm Troy and Old Dominion.
Troy and Old Dominion Friday.
As long as Troy comes back from his trip and starts simming his games.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yep.
Got a couple guys out there that we really need to start picking up the pace. We don't mind. We know people got stuff going on and that you're going to have to grab a sim here and there, but we don't like giving forced losses to guys just because they don't play games. So try to make sure that, I mean, it only takes an hour. You can even fire it up and, well, kind of walk away because you got to make sure that your controller doesn't go offline. I wish they freaking do something with that in the game. I don't understand why that has to be a thing.
Hey, have we checked? Does this one save your progress if it shuts down on you? Because I know Madden did, but this one didn't last cycle.
No, it still doesn't. You can't. No, okay. You can't save a game mid-progress. Nope. It is not part of this. So there we go for the conference standings and around the league. We're going to jump into the power rankings. Because everyone knows the Rayzor curse is still in effect as Georgia State loses their first game after the power rankings. But if you look at all the other teams in here, I don't know what you guys are talking about. We just talked about all these teams. They're all in the playoff font except for UMass.
Well, ready? Here's your power rankings number ones for the season. This is the Rayzor. You got Jacksonville State, face plant from the start. Then Wyoming, man, they were 3-0. Let's see where they're sitting. And we go to New Mexico State, partially, biased because they're in conference. Glad to see them get the Rayzor curse.
And they're still in the rankings. They're 10.
But yeah, it's so far your track record's not looking promising.
I know you guys want to blame me, and that's cool and all. But the sooner you guys understand that it's just EA messing with us, the better you're gonna feel about the game.
That's okay. I'll put $50 out there for you to never put me on a power ranking.
Because I do not find it a coincidence that every team that goes on a winning streak and looks hot as hell and gets to the top of the power rankings, then all of a sudden takes a big shit. I'm not buying it. There's no curse, but we have a surprise coming. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Oh, can't wait.
So everyone's kind of seen the power rankings. There we go. Georgia State, Old Dominion, Western Michigan, Arkansas State, Marshall, Nevada, Buffalo, Missouri State, UMass, New Mexico State. Yeah, we'll see where it is next week, but I'm thinking there's not going to be too much shake up here anymore, but you never know. So on to the next segment, and we're going to do a little bit of talking about LGL Coach of the Year. I want this to be a new little segment. We're going to be following the coaches all around the league, and this can now be maybe used as the anti-jinx. Because if we have coaches and power rankings, I see this combating each other and taking care of everything. And as you can see, Andy Dalton is on there. Jason Sehorn is on there. Colin Kaepernick is on there. Antoine Randall L. Yes, that Antoine Randall L. of the Missouri State Bears is on the LGL Coach of the Year race. So, if this is a jinx, I'm jinxing myself. Congratulations, LGL. You are welcome. And then we also have defensive coordinator Khalil Mack. Yes, there's a couple other guys that you could probably argue should maybe be on here. And we will all see. There's a couple weeks left. Going to come down to that, and we will be voting as a league for the LGL Coach of the Year.
Oh, Just so everyone understands, how does one come up with these rankings?
I have numbers. I put them into my computer, and they give me the lists.
All right, so I was just, out of my own bias, but the second best offense in the Conference USA has their offensive coordinator on there. They have 2 more wins. I'll give them that. But over the top offense in the conference. So I was just curious how that was working.
Like I said, there's a couple other guys could be on this list very easily. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. You're not on the list because you get crabby when you're on the list.
I do. I'm okay. I'm okay. I was just curious.
No, I know.
I just looked at it, and now I got to pick my Sunbelt East.
It's like having a conversation.
Now.
It's like having a conversation with my wife. It doesn't matter what I do, which way I go, it's going to be wrong.
I totally agree. But now, we had Old Dominion and Georgia State were the 2 we were picking in the East. So whoever that third team was, congratulations.
Yes, exactly.
Marshall. There you go.
Elvis, maybe if you were here at the beginning of the podcast, you would have heard about all this stuff, but you weren't here, so you missed it. That's what happens. Be on time.
No one pays attention to the Aggies. Just let them talk.
Yeah, I'll take myself off the list. I'll take myself off the list next week because it'll probably happen. Because guess what? I'm on the list and I lost. So there you go. That's how it works. ODU didn't lose because they didn't have a game. I think they were on bye. Or they had either a bye or a force. I think they had the force win this week against Coastal. Yep. Western Michigan, I believe, did actually lose too. Buffalo has yet to play, I think.
He's in progress right now.
So he's in progress now. So he's probably going to lose.
Yep.
So I guess if that happens, I give up. Because obviously there is a curse.
I tell you, I will pay you money to not put me on the list.
So with that being said, let's jump into the recruiting watch. Go ahead and take it.
So I had lots of fun putting this together. So your top 5 teams as far as recruits, right? So I did an arbitrary ranking, not the points that EA assigns where it goes down. So you got 5 points for a 1-star, 10 points for a 2-star, right? Go up by 5 from there. Arkansas State with their 7 3-star recruits, they're leading the way. Marshall, New Mexico State, they were tied at 2nd, and Ohio and UTEP. So while we go through it, look at the numbers. Guys, there's 79 total commits out of all of us. There's what? 20, how many teams we at? 24?
23.
Can't remember now.
24.
Regardless, it averages to 3.2 recruits per team. And when I pulled this before we advanced last night, this includes verbal commits. So some can still be swung, probably not. But you see everyone's shooting for those 3-stars, 54 of them, 21, and then 4 1-stars. Full disclosure, I am 3 of those. And as we get to the last part, you'll see why. NIL spent by the league, we spent $2,790. So few teams are helping lead the way.
It's not dollars, by the way. It's NIL.
NIL. It's dollars. Okay. NIL. That's about $35 per commit, or
35
really
NIL.
Yeah. So and you're only really paying for the 3-stars, so it's 52 NIL. I got it this time.
There you go.
Per 3-star. So the really interesting part that I want to point out is we are all losing people. At a minimum, 9 people. You're welcome. I think that's UMass, if I remember right. Let me double check my numbers. Nope, sorry, that's UL Monroe losing 9 guys. Up to Eastern Michigan, you're guaranteed to lose 30 people. So your 85 is down to 55.
So that 30 is just seniors, right? That doesn't even include possible transfers.
8 transfers that we're all going to have on there because we know our coaches aren't going to spend more NIL on them. Most people are in the teens and around there, but everyone's going to need a minimum of 10 players just to keep at the full 85.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at some of that stuff because I don't want to cry myself to sleep.
Oh yeah, so I am looking at it and I am crying myself to sleep already. So if we look at it, something we wanted to add, we do have in there that you have to pay 75% of the NIL requirement. So the picture on the right there are the 54 three-star recruits. I know I'm asking to get inundated here, but we want to see that picture. So DM me that picture that shows me the expected versus the what was paid. Because if I look in the prospect list, I get different numbers and it looks like we're underpaying. And we know EA had it set where you could get a 3-star for 0 even if they're asking. So we'll figure out how this one works. But so everyone send me those 52 other 3-stars. I'll send my 2 to Rayzor. And then we can.
I just wanted to. Oh, sorry. Finish.
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to chime in with this is that when we were putting together the recruiting requirements for 27, obviously there's a lot of things we weren't sure how they were going to exactly work. One of them being is that when, say, IA goes and looks at recruits and looks at expected NIL, it's actually different on his screen because he's obviously going through his team versus what it might say on your screen. So that's what really threw us a curveball, because we didn't think that was going to be the thing. We were thinking these guys are coming out, they're asking for 200 NIL. We didn't think that would depend on what team was interested, right? It does. So that's something EA must have put in there, a dynamic thing, which, I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? If you're Georgia and you're talking to a recruit, he might only expect 100 NIL from you because you're Georgia, but if you're Eastern Michigan and you come in, he might expect 180. So that's what caused us an issue, is because now we can't just go to the recruiting tab like everybody and see how much is expected. So that's why this is on there. That's why we just need you guys to share that. And we're only doing it for 3 stars, correct, IA?
Yeah, correct. I think it's pipeline based, right? So when I looked at, I mean, let's say how I called it. The 2 people that I knew looked like they had it wrong were both in the board chat, so I could call them out, right? I don't have Ohio as a pipeline anywhere close. And they showed me the picture and I was like, okay, and then the other one's Arkansas State, who also is not a pipeline. So I think that's where the difference comes from, and not a lot of people I'm recruiting in Georgia, if we're being honest. I don't have a large net to cast on my prospects.
Elvis, DM your picks to IA, who is Kennesaw State, please.
You can also, I mean, they're probably all wrong. I'm just kidding. So now we're past that. So I've got some superlatives I'm going to come up with, because this is the second year really doing one of these college football leagues. It's relatively new, but you hear the same kind of arguments every year. So the first group is it's impossible to get guys to come to fill in your school, right? We hear it every year. Even we've heard Superfly talk about how people can't find UMass on a map. But when I pulled this, congratulations, Nevada, Northern Illinois, Old Dominion, and UMass. You found one person to find your school on a map. I remember we're looking for a minimum of 9 on that list. ODU has 12 seniors. That's the lowest. So uphill battle there. The penny saved, penny earned. It's the NIL adds a really fun kind of curveball to everything. So you got multiple ways you can fill this. So you've got, the Louisiana schools, Bowling Green, Buffalo, and Old Dominion, they're pinching pennies. They're spending less than 10 NIL per recruit. Kind of just, I mean, it's a small sample size for ODU. I get that. But they've spent zero. So good on them. They're finding some deals. Hopefully there's more coming. And then savings. What savings? This is over 180 NIL spent. And you'll see some matchup between the top 5 and the people in this list. You got your Arkansas State, Ohio, UTEP. They're in the top 5. I know I spent mine on, I've got 5 recruits, 2 or 3 stars and 3 or 1 stars. So we're struggling along here, but I spent big on my 3 stars. And then Eastern Michigan, we're all spending pretty well. And then the, I'm going to call it the league-wide superlative as we went through all these numbers, which is, why don't I have enough players on my roster? Because that's where we're all heading right now. The portal, if we're only losing 8, it's going to be a very light portal. So that's not going to save us to get us our players. I know no one wants 1 stars, but when they're juniors, they might be playable. So you just need live bodies at some point. So
yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out, because obviously this adds a whole new dynamic to the recruiting in the portal with the NIL, because you can take somewhat of a different path, but I don't know if they finally fixed it, because that was the whole thing they talked about last year, is how come you don't get walk-ons. It'll be interesting. I don't know if anybody's actually, I haven't tried to look even in like research if anyone's tried to just like tank a team roster and see if EA throws a bunch of 1 stars on your team at least, so you got guys. I'm hoping that that's the case. Otherwise, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I don't know either. And even though I'm trying to recruit, the league-wide, that just in, Georgia State lost after their curse to Georgia Southern. Gruler just posted it. We knew that, but I'm getting 1 stars and I can't even get enough right now to fill my roster. So it'll be an interesting. I would say out of the 24 of us, probably a good 15 are going to be hoping for walk-ons.
Well, I find it ridiculous how long it takes for these guys to sign. It's like nobody's talking to you. Why is my bar only going up, a small tick, and nobody else is talking to you at all? It's like you showed interest from day 1, but yet it takes me a whole season to get you signed. I don't know. Those are the things that kind of drives me nuts about the game. They seem to drag
The other one that kills me is if I get someone to commit quick and you lose the deal breaker. This round, they decommit.
Wait, what? Say that again?
If you have a hard commit and you lose the deal breaker, they will decommit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one got me because we were sitting there with a B+ in championship and we lost 3 straight, and I lost 3 guys.
That's your own fault, man.
Yeah.
Why are you going after championship contender deal breakers? Are you crazy?
It's a good thing I did my test run, so I fixed that now.
Yeah, I've been trying to play it smart and just see how I really wanted to dive all in and just start throwing NIL around like nobody's biz, but I've decided to take a little bit of a different approach and try to conserve. I've spent NIL, but I haven't. I think the most I've spent on a guy is 50. But a lot of the other guys, that I've been going after, they're either 0 NIL or 5 or 10, and it's taking me the whole season to get them signed. It's just like, I'm not paying
Yeah.
you. I'm not going to go in and pay you 25 NIL when you're a 3-star, 2000 ranked recruit.
I'll slip 5. Like, I found a 85 speed linebacker, 1-star. He gets 5 just because that's a good attribute that I can maybe build on. But for the most part, I'm not spending it. Where I'm trying to show the willpower, right? I hit my win a road game and got 25 extra NIL, and I wasn't paying attention. I spent that. But if I get one more recruit from Georgia, I get 25 NIL. I'm going to try and not spend that. We'll save that one for now. And so you got people like, I'll call out Shoot here, Arkansas State. I know what he started with in NIL. He's hit his goals. He's spending like my teenage son would, right? Like, it hits his wallet and it is gone. So he's pulling 7 3-stars, but he spent, I think, 200 and some. Let me check the number. I got that.
Well,
He spent 380 NIL. And for the record, second place is
if they're the
Ohio with 275.
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, if they're the right players, and they're good. I don't know if he scouts or if he's just shooting in the dark or what. I mean, if you get the right players and you dump that much NIL, I think you'll be fine. But if you miss on those guys and they suck, yeah, that's going to be rough.
Yeah. I'm convinced scouting actually helps a little more this round. Gives you a bigger bump. So, we're all shooting at the low guys, so I've been scouting everybody. I don't know about you. So.
Oh my God. I hate you right now because you brought Elvis into my life.
Well, let me just, since we're calling everyone out, right? I'd like to say, Elvis, I like that you're spending all your NIL, but you can only play one running back at a time. So I don't know why I spent on 2. Those 2 3-star running backs. I mean,
maybe one of the guys got 70 injury.
Well, while I'm covering that, so I went through and we've had lots of discussion on a side note about wear and tear. And I went through a few teams, and the only position getting really killed is halfbacks. And if you go in, halfbacks are set at normal, not keep fresh, and they get most of the carries. They touch the ball more than anybody. For some reason, the game is skewing way towards the run. So because, I haven't seen my starting running back in 3 weeks, if I'm being honest now. So I've adjusted mine. I've watched a few YouTubes. It makes me sound old when I say that, right? But we have the same settings that multiple sim guys do. It's all about the strategy that you have. So while we talk about it, I don't know how many adjustments we're going to have. You just have to trust that backup running back and work from there.
Secrets.
Oh, I watched my running back just go for 240 yards against Sam Houston, and I lost. So.
Wow. Well, play defense.
My quarterback threw a pick 6, fumbled, and I hate my quarterback.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I think
hoping he forgets how to suck, and just for 1 week, next week, that's the only one I care about.
Honestly, I think, what I think's going on with this? I know we're all sitting here and being like, oh my God, running's OP. No, what they finally did is they finally balanced the game. This is my opinion. You can agree or disagree with me. What I think they finally did is they balanced the game. Before, everything was pass.
Yep.
They never ran the ball. It didn't matter what playbook you picked. It didn't matter if you had the best running back in the world. It didn't matter if you had the best offensive line. They never ran the ball. I think they finally fixed it. And part of the reason is why they're running 29 times, 40 times a game. You know why? Because we are a 1-star program. It's easy to run the ball. It's the easiest thing to do in football, right? So that's why you do it. Because if you don't have a quarterback that can throw, I think last year's whipping the ball around like nobody's business. I think that's done in sim. I really do. In slow sim.
Yeah.
Unless you get to Georgia, or you got to get to one of the big schools and you got to get the big heavy hitter 4-star, 5-star quarterbacks and have receivers and all that stuff, then I think you're going to see that open up. You're just not going to see it now because we're down in the doldrums. It's not like last year when you saw like Louisiana Tech throwing 5,000, 6,000 yards a season, Kennesaw State 5,000 yards. You're not going to see that this year. That's what I think's happening, but we'll see. But I think that's why I think it's nice to actually see running involved again, to be honest with you. Now, yes, my running back 1 week had 300 and some yards. Yes. Is that ridiculous? Maybe. But he hasn't had more than, I think, 125 any other week. Now, if you're hitting 250 every week, yeah, we got a problem. So,
Right.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I did see that one game, and I was just like, oh, shit, it's broke. But he's actually missed, I think, 2.5 games this season, too. He's injured all the time, and it's not even because I have it on Keep Fresh, and I don't even have him as my power back or my third down back. And he just gets hurt all the time. And I don't know. I would definitely take practice as the other one, guys. If you're going in through practice and you're simulating every week, I'm telling you right now, you're doing it wrong, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. I ran a test league and I simulated practice every week. I had guys out all the time. You have to look at your wear and tear. Yes, you guys think it's crushing you. It's really not crushing you. You're letting it crush you. That's the difference. If you go into a practice and you see guys got a little bit of wear and tear, and just put him on limited practice or put him on no practice, he'll still play. You can take a week off if you even want. Then he can't play in the game. Just so you guys know, if you go week off, he doesn't play, but if you go no practice, he will play. But he doesn't gain XP. Yes, I know. But he doesn't take any wear and tear in practice, and he recovers quicker. So I love it. It's a new wrinkle that's been added to the game, and you have to understand how the game is working. So, and we're all in the same boat here, guys. I went and just did some reading and trying to figure stuff out and see how it looks. And when I went in there and I did a little testing in this, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Now, does that mean my guy's not playing as much as I'd like him to? No, not really, because last year my running backs were only getting 9-10 carries a game anyways. So right now he's still getting more carries than he did last year. So I'm fine with everything. And he's going to have enough. Like you guys were saying, guys are like, oh, my guy's dead already. You must be playing him every game. He must be in all your spots on the depth chart. And you must be having it on normal or grinded out. That's on you. That's on nobody else. My running back I don't have anybody on my team that's worse than like 40% right now with 2 games to go. So I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just something you have to look into and you got to start planning for.
Yeah, I was late to that one. So my starting running back is dead. Not injured. He hasn't missed a game for an injury. He just hasn't played in 3 games. He has 0 season wear and tear. I see when they get low, like you said, watch your practice, because EA will still put limited reps. So I'm hoping he survives by next week. One since Elvis is most active here and I'm discrediting his strategy, he's also the only user I'm looking at Conference USA. He's got twice as much passing yards as rushing yards. So he's figured something out. Don't know what. We can all try and get there. But it looks like you can skew it to passing if you really want. As we get to the next slide in this one.
Oh, I'm sure, because there's don't get me wrong. There's playbooks out there that are going to skew you more pass than run guaranteed. Now, whether your team can handle it, my experience is, like, if you want to run air raid, okay, you can run air raid, but you better make damn sure that you got a quarterback that can run air raid. If you want to run air raid, you put a pure runner quarterback out there. I don't think you're going to have a good day, but that's just me.
Well,
all right.
Scrambling smarter, but yeah, when we move to the next one, since that's a good segue into the next one.
Sure. So in our next segment, we're going top recruits. Who we got here?
So first, I'll toot my own horn. I'm just kidding. So these are the so highest ranked recruits by national rank. So we can start. Ohio got themselves a left tackle. Does the offensive line make a difference? I know last cycle people would focus on skill positions and just get what they could at offensive line, but good on Mullet and what's his coach's name?
Jay Cutler.
Smoking Jay Cutler, always looking out for the quarterback's blind side. So getting that 3-star 6'7" tackle, looking good. So we're sitting here at Kennesaw State with 20 yards passing game of more than I have rushing yards, and we go and recruit a 3-star pocket passer. Don't know how that's going to work for me. I'm going to have to relearn everything. Well, ideally I'm gone because he'll be redshirt next year. But good pull for us. We had to get 5 recruits from Georgia, so I just grabbed a quarterback that no one's looking at. And then Eastern Michigan, after the woe is me, I'm never winning game start to the seasons, turned it around and pulled a nice 3-star for his defense. So hoping Duke can help him out there. Sounds like, I hope he has good hit power. That's going to be a disappointing name.
Right. By the way, that so far is the best name in the game that I've seen so far for LGL team. Duke Hammer.
Right. I hope he moves him. Oh, we don't have position changes. That'd be my, box safety.
Oh, yeah.
And some linebacker.
Duke. Kick-ass Duke. Duke Hammer.
So
just a little segue from that. In my younger days, I used to DJ. I used to actually DJ on some nights and bounce most nights. But my DJ name was DJ Jack Hammer.
So this is like a slide of Rayzor. So we got the tackle that's your size and your DJ name.
I wish I was 6'7" and 288.
I'm sitting here way tinier than that. So
okay, so I'm going to backtrack here. So you are honestly going to sit there and tell me you went and spent $250 NIL on that QB and you're going to let him redshirt?
Well, I spent more on the guard that's waiting to commit.
I don't believe you. I don't know how you can let
debate. I pulled him. I got him. And I realized he's pocket passer. I got a freshman or sophomore redshirted right now. He's fast as hell. Dual threat. And I know my offense is working right now. So it's one of those next year's really moving year.
You know what I would do?
I want to try and relearn everything.
You know what I would do? I'd pull a scholarship. Let him come over to Missouri State.
I need that.
I need a pocket passer.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna be calling you for pocket passer advice.
Oh, I have no advice.
Oh,
You, you
while
see
we're
what I,
talking about recruits here, how's your job security?
oh, job security. Oh, speaking of that, yeah. Where's my, I forgot to add my one thing. Oh, man. Hang on a second. Why don't you keep talking about, talk about some, didn't you have some other stuff with recruits? You can talk about that. And I got to get something else in here.
Well, so with recruits, I know Grueller was saying he's got to get 5 recruits from the state of Georgia. I have that same one, which is really why I went after the quarterback. Plus the 3-star always kind of helps your coach standing, I assume, and potential job opportunities, that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to sign these recruits, and my goals are win a road game, check. Sign 5 recruits from Georgia. I'm gonna get my 5th, probably at least 5. I like this next slide coming. And then I'm gonna get 25% of my home games. I'm over that. I'm gonna have probably 33% when I lose to Liberty. So I'll hit all my goals, but I'm sitting at 69% job security. So I don't know what's going on right now, but I'll make it through this season. But I like to segue that this was not planned, guys.
That was a great segue. And our hot seat moment. First time here on the LGL is going to defensive coordinator Earl Thomas of the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, who is coming in at a whopping 24% job security. Currently coming into this week, he's got a 2-7 record, 0-5 in conference. And Samwell, we said that's Samwell down there. I know Samwell can win. I've seen him win. I'm not sure what's going on right now in Louisiana, but man, it's not looking good. You might want to try to pull off the next couple victories here, the next couple weeks, or you might be looking for a new job.
And Louisiana's cleaning house because their offensive coordinator's at 21%.
Ooh.
I don't know where their head coach is. I'm trying to find him. The head coach is at 71%, so he's just pissed off that his coordinators are doing bad.
Yeah, he's pissed off. He hired Earl Thomas.
Right? Thought
He's
that
like,
would work out well.
What the hell did I get here? This guy, he went to Texas. He's a Super Bowl champion. What the F is going on out there? Well, Samwell, I hope things get better for you. You win your next 2 games, you might save your job. If you lose one of those, you might be looking for a new job, buddy. You might be looking for a new job. And unfortunately, we don't. Do you know anything about fired coaches and what kind of job offers they get in game?
No, but I'm going to guess his Central Michigan job with his 4% security is going to be up there. Sorry, Samuel, you can't fail up to Steve Belichick getting fired at North Carolina. Got Akron sitting there looking like they're going to be open too.
I'm going to call you out right now. What did you just call him? It's Bill Belichick.
Not the defensive coordinator.
Oh, I thought we were talking about... My bad.
Yeah, no,
I'm going to go away.
I'm looking at job security here, 4% for Stephen Belichick at North Carolina and their 2-7 record. But yeah, you're probably, if you simmed a season, we will all have lots of job offers. We'll have 3. Usually what I've seen is you typically get 3 offers. And while we're on that, coordinator offers are only available in week 1, is what I've seen in all my sim seasons. After that, there's no more open coordinator positions. Don't know why, but head coach positions are there the whole time. So we've got, what did we do on carousel? Oh yeah, basically we've got the prestige jumps that you can take based on years of service in your current job. So you will have plenty of opportunities. I still want to see if your head coach gets hired, do they offer you the head coach position? Haven't seen that one.
I have heard that they do. I've heard that is true. If you do good.
Oh, that's the one I want to see happen. And we don't have a rule for that currently because it never happened in the last cycle. But make sure this season we're all, if you're looking for a job, let's face it, you probably deserve it based on your standings because EA decided that it was the wrong school to start at. But other than that, this season you can look, you can tell us how much you wanted to take that job, but sorry. Next season's when you get your real moving to get up there.
Yeah, so it gives us one season off. We don't have to worry about the carousel trackers, so
right.
Deal with it. Well, it makes sense. You just took a new job. Not many guys are going to be jumping after year one.
Lane Kiffin.
We know how he is. So just to follow up here, Kenny Bell, offensive coordinator for Wyoming, is on the hot seat at 35%. Tommy Frazier, 36%. And Steve Slayton with Troy at 40%. That's the top three in the offensive coordinators hot seat. And on the defensive hot seat, obviously, our winner was Earl Thomas with a whopping... Oh, he's down to 20% already.
Yeah, that head coach is really ticked off with his job security there.
Wow. The 0-3 versus rivals will do that.
Yeah.
At least he's only got a D minus. Could be an F. So he's still got a chance.
Next is 52%. We're going to look at
52.
Grand.
Oh, Southern Miss.
One game out of the conference championship.
Wow.
52%.
Tough crowd. 52%. He's 5-5. Wow. Southern Miss. They must be looking to win. Who else we got in here? Who's next? Troy Polamalu. So the funny thing here is I had a little bit of a segment that I forgot to even mention. Then I had some like risers and fallers in the coaching ranks. Troy Polamalu was one of my coaches to watch. He was at 100% before. When I did all my research and everything last game week. So in week 10 he was at 100%. Now he's at 73. So he must have had 2 games in that span of time or something and lost both of them or something that he dropped to 73. That's crazy.
If you look at it though, so you hear offenses OP right now. We hear that every year from defense coordinators, right? But if our number 3 defensive coordinators sitting at 73% and our number 3 offensive coordinator was at 36%, defense seems like a job you're going to get to keep longer.
Yeah, you would think so too. I mean, that's actually kind of true in real life, isn't it? It's a little bit easier to coach defense than it is offense, I think. So, just want to take a look here. Team stats, offensive points per game. Congratulations, Northern Illinois and Kirk Herbstreit. You have the lowest points per game in the nation at 13.7. Steve Slayton and Troy, you're coming in at a whopping 18.1. Louisiana, 20.1. Wyoming, 21.6. UTEP, 21.6. That's your bottom 5 and top 5. It's probably going to be a while. Still wish they had ranks on here. Still makes me mad. Arkansas State, 30.3, but shoot, good job, even though you're a defensive coordinator. Well, look at that. The 2 defensive coordinators have the highest 2 scoring teams in the league.
I bet you they lead in turnovers. The defense is scoring a lot for them.
Oh, make that 3 for 3. And then Andy Dalton comes in at the 4th at a 28.2.
You're not that far off there. You're at 26 something.
Oh, yeah, 26.0 after our crappy 10-point outing last week. So yards per game. Probably going to be Old Dominion.
Most frustrating thing you'll see when I.
Oh, Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
416.4. Nice job.
Very true to life. I just can't score. But that's side the point.
Southern Miss, Arkansas State, defense, Bowling Green, but that's because they lose all the time, so they probably have to throw. Buffalo, Old Dominion, 387. Missouri State, 382. Hey, I'm going to hang my hat on that. I'm only 5 yards behind Guernsey. Sweet. I must be doing something right.
I'm 25 yards ahead of Guernsey, so I'm going to retire now.
Yeah, but your record sucks.
My quarterback's throwing. What's he up to now? My quarterback's such an idiot.
Hey, look at that. Missouri State knows how to play some D. Maybe I should have been a D coordinator this year. Damn it. 18.5. Coastal, 19.1, which doesn't count. Nevada, 19.3. New Mexico State, 19.5. UMass, 20. So offensive, OC. Is that weird to you?
The OC.
So the top 5 OCs, or the top 5 defensives points per game are offensive coordinators, and it's the exact opposite on the offensive side.
Kind of funny. I did figure out my issue while I looked at it here. My quarterback in, 4 and 6, 10 games, 21 turnovers.
Wow.
13 interceptions, 8 fumbles.
Well, this is a little interesting to look at, too. We might have to have a sidebar conversation about this. Because look who are the top 2 defenses in out of users. Coastal and Northern Illinois. What do they have in common?
Lots of forced losses.
Lots of forced sims. Interesting. And that they have the lowest. Kennesaw State, 172.1. Yes, you don't get any credit. That's defense. Arkansas State, there we go. We got a defensive guy on here, 176.6. Manti Te'o. Bowling Green, Nevada. Yep.
So I have one of the top offenses of users and one of the bottom defenses, but I'm 4 and 6.
What do you mean?
This is why I hate this game sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Figure it out. Well, look at UTEP. 211 yards rushing a game. Arkansas State, 208. See, there's the formula. Put together a great defense and run the ball. That's how you do it. Where's passing yards per game? Oh, I'm stupid. We're on defense. I was thinking this is offense. That's a lot of rushing yards given up per game. No wonder UTEP, you're getting smoked. Now, how Arkansas State is winning games and still giving up 200 yards rushing, I don't know. Let's ready to get nervous here. I'm always nervous to look at sacks. The sacks always seem to get out of control. Hey, we don't have a user team leading. We got Ohio and Jacksonville State up there, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. We got 10 teams up here pretty high. Why is that? It's so weird that there's so many sacks in a slow sim game, but not in regular sim games. I don't get that.
I mean, mine come in buckets too, right? I'll
Yep.
go 2 games without any, and then I'll get
Yep.
7 in a game.
Yep. Same thing here. I noticed that too. Same exact thing. Fumbles. Okay, so that's good. Interceptions. Western Michigan 14, Georgia State 13. Okay, this looks reasonable.
I'd say overall it looks.
Speaking of, I want to go back and look at passing INTs. Oh, you can't look at INTs.
Please don't.
You can't look at INTs here.
You go to turnovers.
Oh, why? Is your guy throwing a lot?
Well, I'm tied with Old Dominion and Marshall. Somehow I just can't win.
13? That's not bad.
Not bad. You should watch the games. What if I told you he went 3 games without an interception too?
Well, yeah. Well, I had a guy. Was that last year at Vanderbilt threw 24 in the season? So
Painful to watch.
So 13's not bad. It was so crazy too because he had like his accuracies were all 90s, and he still threw 24 picks. And then defensive, yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, but I honestly feel like we're in a pretty good place with turnovers and stuff. Sacks seem maybe not high, but they just seem high for our teams. But we're also playing weaker teams too, so I don't know if that equates more sacks.
We're not dominating. Remember, we used to get sacks so high we had Heisman and awards galore.
Right. Yep.
So.
Ooh, award watch list. I haven't even checked this yet. Do we have people on here? Oh, look at that. Scotty Humphrey from New Mexico's on there.
Yeah, there's scroll to there.
Nope, no Bear Bryant
got a
coach of the year. Oh, of course.
Running.
Oh, Roche. Oh, Natolo. Notali? Oh, Notali? Oh, Baron Hobson. That name's familiar from last year. Max Sanders. So so once again we are kind of in the same boat where defensive players are ruling over the award watch lists. I don't get it.
All we hear is offense is OP.
Right. Offense is so OP, but then why are these guys getting stats like what's this guy? UMass? He's a 74 overall. Look at that. 79 speed. How in the hell is he on this list? Where's this? Oh, there we go. 54 tack. So he's got 90. He's got 100 tackles. 21 tackles for loss. That's the problem. That's a lot of tackles for loss.
I will say, I don't know about your running, but it's like, watching vintage Barry Sanders right now. My running back will go 2 yards, minus a yard, 2 yards, 75 yards.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter which running back, third string, second string.
Yeah,
I keep breaking them off.
So it's weird. I had that at the beginning of the season, and now the last 5 or 6 games, he hasn't done anything. So I don't know what happened.
Oh, don't worry, he'll get it next game.
Oh, Scott Humphreys on the Doak Walker Award #1. What the hell's going on? No receivers? That's a shock. Oh, man.
Oh, Doak Walker's running. Yeah, we don't. Bletnikov, yeah, we don't have anything going there. Although we're not really tearing it up in passing.
Hey, my tight end's on here. How about that? It does have 57 catches. Only got 3 touchdowns. Royals, they might make the Broyles. Nope.
Nope.
Nobody. Buck kiss. Tons of guys. 5 guys. Oh, look at all these kickers. There you go, Wyoming. Eric Sandvik.
Okay.
Number 1 on the Lou Groza Award.
I watched a couple of his games, and that guy's 50-yard bombs because the offense dies. But you're about to go to my favorite, the Ray Guy Award. Do you really want to win that one?
No, because the only way you win that one is if you have the most punts. I swear to God.
Oh, did they fix that?
Oh,
I can't check.
They must have fixed it because ODU's on here, and I know he doesn't have the most punts.
Well, no, the playing style deal breaker for punters last cycle was points scored. I was like, why would a punter want to go to a school that scores a lot of points?
So he doesn't have to go on the field.
Oh, but he's never going to win the Ray Guy Award.
True. I have a feeling that that's not the number 1 priority for a punter in college.
Right. Apparently, when you go on next, or the Jet Award, we have all the best returners in the nation.
Well, yeah, because everyone's got 1 touchdown. I'll guarantee it. These guys all have a touchdown. They probably got some of them probably have 2. I feel like they overfixed kickoff and punt returns. I don't know about you guys, but remember last year how bad it was? Like nothing would ever happen. Now it's like there's huge returns all the time. Like at least once a game, it seems like there's a big return. And it's usually just like huge opening, like no one even close. Sean Alexander's, we got a couple on here too for that. Jeez. Interesting. So I feel like there's a little bit, I think there's more overall on the award watch list, but it seems like defense is about the same as it normally is. That's interesting. All right, IA, you got anything else?
No, I think we're at a good spot. Well, we're getting near the end of the season, so this is probably a good time to throw out. If you've got buddies, bring them in. This off season's about when you want to get in, jump in, get going.
Yeah, before portal starts, that'd probably be the best time to get in with the new team. Troy at South Alabama. I don't know if you're currently playing or not, but you are on the clock yet, and it looks like it's just that one. That other game's a force. That's the only game.
Oh, the Rayzor curse. We talked about it. Buffalo kicked off when we started.
Yeah.
And they won.
Oh, see? There you go, guys.
You're redeemed for a moment.
So does that mean? So how's that looking then over there? Because the other two teams had their game done, right? Buffalo gets the win. So he's at 4-2. What a logjam.
Yep.
Buffalo,
Miami,
Toledo,
4-2.
Ohio, 4-2. Miami's 4-2 too. Oh geez. Wow. We got some humdingers coming down here at the end, boys. It's gonna be fun to watch. Good luck. And yeah, I don't have anything else. You got anything?
Nope, I got nothing else.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining me, sir. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I think we'll have to do this again. Don't you?
Yeah, we got it.
And if any of you, yeah, and if yeah, we should be. I would think we would be in. I might possibly move up the podcast to coincide with conference championship. We'll see. We'll see who's in. If nobody's in, I'm not doing it. Okay. Yep, that sounds good. All right, everybody. I'm Rayzor, and this has been Legacy Forge. Thanks for spending part of your day with us, and we covered everything happening across the Legacy Gridiron League. If you enjoyed the show, please go get some friends, bring them in, tell them what we do here. Just to give you guys a heads up too, over on my YouTube channel, Burly Dad Gaming, I do post these streams. So if you ever want to rewatch them, they're always going to be sitting over there. Because obviously on Twitch here, they get deleted after a couple days, 7 days, whatever it is. So I have been saving them over to my YouTube channel. If you ever want to watch them, they're over there. I will share that link in our Discord, and if you guys want to go and check it out, please do. Until next week, keep forging your legacy, folks. See you later.